Hello, this is Mrs. Sherry, and this will be a speedy review of order of operations. Remember that now we use GEMS instead of the PEMDAS because we have more than just parentheses. We have all kinds of different grouping symbols. So this GEM icon can help you remember GEMS, grouping symbols, exponents, multiplication and division, subtraction and addition. And remember that the left to right is a big part of what you need to remember. And always saving your subtraction and addition for last, unless you're working within grouping symbols. So grouping symbols, parentheses, braces, brackets, exponents, which means repeated multiplication. This does not mean 2 times 3. It means 3 2's being multiplied together. Multiplication and division, and you go left to right. So you might need to jump around the problem because there might be something in parentheses that you do first, and then you need to go left to right. Same with subtraction and addition. In your interactive notebook, we're going to turn to the next 2 blank facing pages. Pay attention to those page numbers, and you're going to leave one side open for taking notes and doing examples. The other side, you're going to write order of operations, or if I abbreviate it, since it's order of operations, I'll do O cubed as an abbreviation, but you're going to glue down your hopscotch, cut that out as one piece, and you're going to glue down your book. And this one, right on the paper, it says to just put glue behind the S, because then it's like an accordion book. If you pull this out, you can see the rest of the portions of that. So your hopscotch starts off looking like this, and I did different colors. So the GEMS goes right along here, and multiplication and division are even. That's why we go left to right. It's not multiplication before division. They're even, and you go left to right in the problem. Same with subtraction and addition. Then the practice problems we did together, that's where we're practicing our pizza slices, which from this day forth, every math teacher will expect that your work is in a triangle shape, an inverted triangle. And in my interactive notebook, I made some of mine into candy corns just because of the time of year. But you need to have pizza slices. Your work needs to be one step at a time, bring everything else down. One step at a time, bring everything else down so that you end up with your answer down in the point of the triangle. So here is just a little shot here of my book, and mine's not in the same order that yours will be, will be in, but the hopscotch, the book, the title, and this is the page here that you'll want to leave blank. I've got my pizza slices or candy corns there, but the different notes. And here then, the different things on the hopscotch. So if you need to get this down, you can click pause to catch up with the portions that you need to look at. I've color-coded, so everything in green has to do with grouping symbols, red exponents, pink multiplication and division, purple subtraction and addition, and then this orange stuff is special about parentheses because they have several jobs. It's very important to know which job your parentheses are doing, and that they can switch jobs within the problem. They first can mean do this first, but then once you simplify and end up with just a number inside parentheses, it could then be meaning multiplication. So here are the problems that we did together that we turned into pizza slices or candy corn. And again, we practiced one step at a time, bring the rest down. One step at a time, bring the rest down. And the second ones we practiced that had exponents this time, the other ones did not have exponents. And the booklet, so you put glue just behind this part, the S, and then fold on these lines in between. And so then just this part right here, the cover is what shows because you'll have an accordion fold. And the left right, that is the order, so just like in the military, left, right, and following orders is important. So first order of the day, grouping symbols. Remember that can include absolute value or the fraction bar, as well as other grouping symbols. Second order, exponents, and it is repeated multiplication. It does not mean 2 times 3. It means 3 2s multiplied together. That's the biggest mistake that I see 7th graders make. So please be sure you're not doing 2 times 3 is 6. It means 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So be careful on that. Again, left to right. That's the second biggest mistake, is that students will want to do multiplication first and division second. Do not do that. Remember, we don't use X anymore, and not too terribly often will we use the traditional division symbol, but rather a fraction bar. And then parentheses, or if you have a coefficient, the big number in front with a variable, then there can be no symbol, but nowhere should you be simplifying down and have just 2 numbers next to each other with no symbol. You must have dropped a symbol if you have that. And for subtraction, we still need to follow the keep, change, change, changing it into addition. You still need to go left to right, and be sure that you are not subtracting anything until you've done all the multiplication and division, unless you see things in parentheses. And remember, within parentheses or any other grouping symbols, you follow order of operations. And here, we watched the Math Antics video that's about 9 minutes long. So you can go to YouTube and look for that, Math Antics, order of operations, or like I did just here, you can Google it, and you'll see that they still are using the X. We're not doing that, but he gives a really good overview of order of operations, so you should watch this and take notes in your interactive notebook if you've not already done so. And that was the quick overview. Feel free to go back and pause on any portion that you might need to catch up on. This is just the overview because we did do these notes in class together. So math rocks and so do you. See you next time.